CIET NCERT presents audiobook Santoor, Textbook of English for Grade 5.
Page 91, Chapter 8, The Decision of the Panchayat. There is a QR code at the top right side of the page. Scanning the QR code will take you to additional information about this chapter. Let us read. Once upon a time, there lived a farmer in a small village. He had 2 fields. He used to work very hard. When he prospered, he bought another field. There was a well next to it. Since the farmer needed a source of water for his fields, he bought the well from his neighbor. There is an image at the middle of the page which depicts the scene of a farm. A hard-working farmer is standing and his lazy, cunning neighbor is sleeping on the cot beside the well. The neighbor was a cunning man. He thought of a plan to cheat the farmer. Page 92. The next day, when the farmer reached the well, he found the neighbor standing there. He refused to let the farmer take water from the well. On asking why, he replied, "I sold only the well to you, not the water. The water still belongs to me. You cannot take it." There is an image at the middle of the page where 2 of the farmers are arguing over the water standing beside the well. The worried farmer didn't know what to do. So he went to the village chief and told her about his case and said, "He's not letting me take the water." The village chief fixed a day for a meeting of the panchayat. The day came, and the members of the panchayat gathered under the banyan tree in the center of the village. Both the farmers and his neighbor were summoned. Most of the villagers were present. Page 93. The farmer explained the situation to the gathering. The chief asked the neighbor why he was not letting the farmer draw water from the well. The cunning man said the same thing again. "I sold only the well to him, not the water in it. The water still belongs to me, so he cannot take my water." The members of the panchayat, as well as the villagers, tried to reason with him, but he was adamant. Finally, the panchayat members discussed the matter among themselves. Then they stood up to give the judgment. The villagers also stood up. There is an image at the bottom of the page where the panchayat members are sitting under the banyan tree. Both the farmers are standing beside them and other villagers are sitting on the ground. Page 94. The village chief began, "After hearing both sides, we agree that it is correct to say that only the well was sold." The neighbor gave a satisfied smile. "However," continued the village chief, "if you have not sold the water and the water is yours, then you have no business keeping your water in his well. Remove the water or use it all up immediately. If not, the water will belong to the owner of the well." The farmer was relieved and gave a shout of joy. The cunning neighbor realized that cheating will not lead anywhere. He had to pay a fine as well as apologize to the farmer. The villagers praised the wisdom of the panchayat. There is an image at the bottom of the page where all the villagers and panchayat members are standing. The hard-working farmer got the money and he is looking happy. The villagers are cheering after the wise decision of the panchayat, and the cunning farmer is joining hands to apologize for his actions. New words: panchayat, adamant, cunning, apologize, wisdom. Page 95. Let us think. Part A. Answer the following questions. First, why did the farmer buy the well? Second, why did the farmer become upset? Third, how did the panchayat solve the problem? Fourth, what was the final judgment given by the panchayat? Part B. Think and discuss. First, do you think the decision of the panchayat was correct? Second, you have an extra painting box. which you wish to share with your friends in the class to complete an activity. Two of your best friends, Radha and Sita, fight for the box. How would you deal with the situation so that you are fair to both of them? Third, who said to whom? Part A, I sold only the well, not the water. Part B, remove the water or use it all up immediately. Part C, he is not letting me take the water. There is an image at the right side of the page where two of the farmers are standing. One of them is holding a bucket, the other one is passing a cunning smile. Page 96. Let us learn. Part A. Match the words with their meanings. There's a table on the page which is divided in two parts. Part 1 is of the words and Part 2 is the list of different meanings. First word is prospered. Second, cunning. Third, worried. Fourth, summon. Fifth, adamant. Sixth, judgment. The meanings are as follows. A. Clever in a tricky way. B. Refusing to change one's mind. C. To order someone come to a particular place. D. A decision made by a group. E. Very upset. F. To grow wealthy. Part B. Fill in the blanks with the correct preposition. In, at, by, after, before, under, with, to, for. A preposition can be used more than once. First, the farmer went, blank space, the village chief to explain his problem. Second, the neighbor was standing, blank space, the well blocking the way. Third, the villagers tried to reason, blank space, the cunning man. Fourth, the decision was made, blank space, careful consideration of both sides. Fifth, there lived a farmer, blank space, the small village. Page 97. Sixth, the panchayat members listened to both the sides, blank space, coming to decision. Seventh, the villagers gathered the panchayat, blank space, the banyan tree. Eighth, the neighbor was punished, blank space, his dishonesty. Ninth, the chief listened carefully, blank space, both the farmer and the neighbor. 10th, the villagers agreed to meet, blank space, a later time to discuss the issue. 11th, the farmer decided to buy a well, blank space, buying his third field, part C. Rearrange the events in the correct order. First, Sam sat by a small stream to rest and enjoy the peaceful sound of the water. Second, Sam felt grateful for the time he spent in nature. Third, Sam decided to go for a walk in the forest near his house. Fourth, Sam walked along the narrow path, listening to the sound of the birds chirping and leaves rustling. Fifth, after resting, Sam continued his walk, feeling refreshed. Blank space has been provided for students to write the correct order of each of the sentence. Note to the teacher: ensure that the learners are rearranging the events in the correct order. Page 98. Let us speak. Observe the pictures. In the first image, a boy is playing outside his house with a top, while his neighbors are busy with their household work near the coconut tree. The second image, a coconut from the neighbor's tree falls onto the boy's top while he was playing. The boy is surprised, and this action caught the neighbor's attention. Page 99. In the third image, the boy quickly picks up the coconut and runs towards his house. Page 99. In the third image, the boy quickly picks up the coconut and runs towards his place. The lady is looking at the boy from her yard and the man is running towards the door to take his coconut. In the fourth image, the boy carries the coconut inside his house, while the neighbor's man and woman look on, wanting it back since the tree belongs to them. What do you think will happen next? Sit in small groups and discuss. One student from each group will narrate the ending to the whole class. Page 100. Let us write. Part A. Imagine you are the farmer. Write a letter to your friend about the incident and the decision of the panchayat. You may begin as follows. My dear friend, something happened last week which I want to tell you. I wanted to buy a well. Students have to complete rest of the letter. Part B. Read the following sentence. Water is priceless. The word less is underlined. Part B. Read the following sentence. Water is priceless. The word less is underlined. It means that water is valuable. It is so valuable that you cannot put a price on it. The less at the end of the word is a suffix. Complete the following by adding the suffix less to the given words. Words, use, suffix, less, new word. Blank space has been provided for students to write the new word. Care plus less, hope plus less, fear plus less, color plus less. Make sentences using the new words in your notebook. Note to the teacher. Help learners understand the concept of suffix. Page 101. Let us listen. Listen to your teacher read out this passage and answer the questions by choosing the correct option. Sri Ramakrishna Paramhamsa. A long time ago, in a small village of West Bengal, there lived a kind and wise man named Sri Ramakrishna Paramhamsa. He loved to talk to people about God and taught that all religions are like rivers. They may take different paths, but they all lead to the same ocean. He lived a simple life, wearing plain clothes and eating very little. But his smile and loving words made everyone feel special. One day, a curious young boy named Naren came to him. Ramakrishna saw something special in Naren and became his teacher. He taught Naren about courage, kindness, and how to find peace within. Naren later grew up to become the famous Swami Vivekananda, spreading his teacher's wisdom to the world. Even today, Ramakrishna's teachings inspire many people everywhere. First, where was Sri Ramakrishna Paramhamsa born? A. A colony in Kolkata. B. A small village in West Bengal. C. A mountain in the Himalayas. D. A forest in Kerala. Second, who was the curious boy that became Sri Ramakrishna's student? A. Mahatma Gandhi. B. Swami Vivekananda. Naren, mentioned in brackets. C. Rabindranath Tagore. D. Sri Aurobindo. Page 102. Third, what kind of life did Sri Ramakrishna live? A. A life full of luxury. B. A simple and loving life. C. A life of traveling. D. A secretive life. Fourth, what did Sri Ramakrishna compare religions to? A. Trees in a forest. B. Stars in the sky. C. Rivers flowing to the ocean. D. Books in a library. Fifth, what did Sri Ramakrishna teach Naren? A. To find a teacher. B. To become wealthy. C. To travel the world. D. To find peace. Did you know? The banyan tree is the national tree of India. It can live for over 200 years and grow to cover several acres of land. Its roots grow down from the branches and become new trunks, making it look like a forest all by itself. Page 103. Let us do. Part A. Read the passage carefully and answer the following questions. The neem tree. You must have heard of a neem tree near your house, or near the school, or beside the road. Almost everyone can recognize a neem tree. The neem is a magic medicine tree because almost every part of the tree is used for medicine. Sometimes, sick people are given neem juice to drink. People use the twigs of the neem tree as a toothbrush to clean their teeth. Burn some dry neem leaves inside the house and see the mosquitoes disappear. When you store winter clothing or blankets, keep dry neem leaves between them. This helps keep away insects. When you store rice, keep dry neem leaves at the bottom of the rice bin. This keeps pests away. Answer the following questions. First, where can you find neem trees? Second, why do you think neem is called a magic tree? Third, what happens when dry neem leaves are burnt? Fourth, why do people put neem leaves in clothes and rice containers? Fifth, how are neem twigs used? Sixth, find the meaning of the word disappear from the following options. A. Appear. B. Vanish. C. Grow. D. Fly. Seventh, find the word in the passage which means a short stick. A. Tree. B. Part. C. Twig. D. Leaf. Page 104. Part B. Point out differences in two pictures given. Work in pairs and write down the differences in your notebook. There are two images given on this page. In the first image, the sun is shining brightly. There's a tulsi plant with many branches in the yard. A lady is sitting on the staircase having 3 stairs. She is holding a hand fan of blue and red color. In the first image, the lady is wearing a yellow sari with geometrical small prints which are pink in color. Blue sandals are kept on the doormat. The lady's hairdo is a bun with flicks on her forehead. There is a big window behind her. In the second image, the sun is shining. A tulsi plant with less branches is kept in the yard. Yellow footwear is kept on the doormat. A lady is sitting on the staircase having 2 stairs. She is holding a hand fan of yellow and red color. In the second image, the lady is wearing a yellow sari with floral big prints, blue in color. The lady's hair are neatly tied with less flicks and no bun. A small window is behind the lady. Chapter 8 ends here.
Santur, you were just listening to this audiobook. Textbook of English for Grade 5. Narration Mansi Chauhan. Sound recordist Virendra Rawat. Production assistant Kusum Lata. Directed and produced by Vimlesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.